Now let's look at the operating controls. First is the function lock control lever. This is a safety lever to lock out all hydraulic control functions. Move the lever up to lock out all functions. Lower the lever to resume operations. All of the controls are pilot operated for smooth, trouble-free operation. They are also adjustable to fit each operator's needs. Now let's look at the swing controls. On the swing control lever, you'll push to swing left and pull to swing right. The red button on the control lever is for the horn. This swing control has 3 different swing modes. First is the low brake mode. That gives the operator the option to have a slow swing, and the brake will apply when the lever is returned to neutral. Next is the free low mode. This gives a slow speed with free brake. The last is the free high mode, which gives a high speed swing with a free brake. With a free brake, the operator will need to move the lever slowly in the opposite direction for braking. Swing speed can also be regulated by turning the accelerator grip and by proportionately pushing or pulling the swing control lever. On the top of the accelerator grip is the parking swing brake switch and should only be used for parking. Do not apply this brake when the machine is swinging. After the swing motion has been stopped, you may engage the swing parking brake. These are the front and rear drum control levers. Push to lower the load and pull to raise the load. Now let's look at the free fall controls and operation. Free fall system comes standard on the CK2000. On the floorboard, you'll find front and rear drum brake pedals for free fall operations. The left pedal is for the front drum and the right pedal is for the rear drum. To engage the free fall operation, the brake pedal first needs to be pushed all the way down. Then, the key inside the lower left panel must be placed in the release position. Push the red button on the control lever, and the light on the machine monitor will illuminate. The drum brake operation is now controlled by the brake pedals. The operator may also choose a normal speed or high-speed free fall by the selector switches in the lower left control panel. To return to the normal brake mode, simply push the red button. In the normal brake mode, the brake pedals can be pushed down and locked for more foot room for the operator. The front and rear drums are fitted with drum rotation indicators. These indicators give a movement to the center of the control knob and an audible click in relation to drum rotation speed. This function may also be turned off when not needed. The control levers are fitted with detents to hold the lever in the raise or lower position. The drum speed is controlled by lever movement or by using the drum speed adjusting knobs. These 3 knobs are for the front, rear, and boom drums. Turning the knob to the right accelerates the speed, while turning the knob to the left decelerates the speed for each drum. These are excellent aids to the operator for smooth and easy operation. The boom drum control lever has an inching speed switch located near your right thumb. When the inching speed switch is engaged, it reduces the speed on everything except swing to about 1/3 of its normal speed. On the floorboard is an auxiliary accelerator, which can be used in place of the accelerator grip. Just to the side of the operator's seat is the right and left Propeller Control levers. These levers are also fitted with detents. The propel speed is regulated by turning the accelerator grip and by proportionately pushing and pulling the Propeller Control levers. You can also select high propel speed and low propel speed by operating the propel speed selector switch. Use high speed on good ground conditions and low speed when turning, tracking with a load, or on poor ground conditions. In addition to conventional skid steering, the independently controlled crawler drive allows for counter rotation. This safety lever will lock the propel levers in the neutral position. On the left side near the seat is the swing lock control lever. Pull this lever back to unlock and push the lever to lock the swing lock pin. The house lock should be set to the lock position when the machine is parked or when it is in transport. On the left side lower panel is the hook and boom over hoist release switch. An automatic stop due to boom over hoist can only be released when this switch is moved to the release position. The switch is automatically returned to normal when released. This is the automatic stop check switch. In the stop position, the automatic stop function is activated. Boom and hook raising or lowering stops. On the right-hand side of the cab is the gauge cluster. Starting with the upper left side is the engine cooling water temperature gauge, and on the upper right is the fuel gauge. This gauge cluster, also called the ITCS, or Intelligent Total Control System, is an onboard computer that provides the operator with real-time information about the machine's performance. The ITCS is exclusive to Kobelco and provides the operator or maintenance personnel with a self-diagnostic screen. It will also communicate service codes for easy troubleshooting should a problem arise. If an electrical fault occurs with the machine, this normal screen will change and a fault code will appear. An explanation of each fault trouble code can be found by referring to the operator's manual. When the engine key is set to the on position while there is no fault, the screen appears with the engine speed and the lifting height of the main or the auxiliary hook. This lifting height can be reset at any point by pushing the 0 button. The number of the parts of line on the front and rear drums is displayed on the lower part of the screen. The status of the inching switch is also displayed. If set to normal speed, the display shows off. If set to inching, the display shows on. When the down arrow is pushed once, the engine oil change interval screen will appear. This screen will show the elapsed time from the last engine oil change. When the down arrow is pushed for the second time, the number of wire rope layers on the front drum appears. When the down arrow is pushed for the third time, the number of wire rope layers on the rear drum will appear. The ITCS has a redundant system that allows the machine to operate even if the total controller or main computer has failed. These switches and the switch under the seat is part of this system. This system should only be used in an emergency to remove personnel or the machine from a dangerous situation. Check the operator's manual for further instructions should they be needed.